welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to Toronto FC versus CF Montreal in MLS 2023, Week 25. The final stretch begins. Not that it's going to be a fun one, but the one match we want to win out of the rest. To me, if we go 1-9, as long as we beat Montreal, I could care less at this point. If we're being honest, if we're being honest with the way this freaking season's going, as long as we beat Montreal at home, anything else is a bonus. With that being said, if they lose to Montreal, I'll be pissed about the result. That's probably the last result I'll be pissed about this year. Just saying. If we win, I'll be happy. Everything else, well. With that being said, lineups are as follows. In goal for TFC, Tomas Romero replacing Sean Johnson. Sean Johnson with a hand fracture. Tomas Romero starting, which he played well. They're playing today. What do you want me to do? Mississippi State ain't playing yet. And Toronto's playing today. So what else was I going to do? Besides what? You want me to cover freaking Atlanta versus Seattle? Come on now. Yeah, no other game really, especially in that early hour, looks that good anyway. Back to the point. Starting 11s, Tomas Romero, the back four, Raul Petretta, Aime Mabaka, Shane O'Neill, Jaquil Marshall-Ruddy. The midfield four, Franco Ibarra, Michael Bradley, Brandon Servania, Jonathan Osorio, and the front two, Federico Bernardeschi and Prince Owusu, making his debut at TFC. For CF Montreal, in goal, Jonathan Sawa. The back three, Joel Waterman, George Campbell, Gabriel Corbo. The midfield four, Aaron Herrera, Samuel Piet, Matthew Chouanier, Nathan Saliba. And the front three, Bryce Duke, Kwadwo Opoku, and Jules Anthony Vilsaint. Yeah, I trimmed my facial hair. I did that yesterday. I did it 2 days ago. I did it Friday. What are you talking about? I did it Friday. Varsity tryouts tomorrow, center back and right wing back. Hopefully I get in. I believe in you. Good luck. I wanted Cassius to start. He's on the bench. And Insigne's on the bench as well. But they started Bradley, so I don't know what the hell's going through Dunfield's head. But at least Owusu's starting. Personally, I would have went with the front three of Malula, Bernardeschi, and Owusu. That's my opinion. That's what I would have done. But it's not my decision, isn't it? Malula over Insigne, because Insigne needs to go. I want him out. I honestly want him out. I honestly want Insigne out at this point. Bernardeschi's the one who's salvageable in my book. So, Malula, Bernardeschi, Owusu. That's what I would have done. But I'm not surprised. Zagreb fans have been banned for UEFA away matches this season because of things that happened in AEK Athens. Fair. That's a fair decision. Correct decision, I should say. Messi is him. I agree. Cover Orlando if you wanted. This is the 401 Derby. This is the one match that, even if I didn't want to cover the rest of TFC's season, this is one that I should cover. So, I got Montreal winning. You're not wrong. You're probably not wrong. No. Where I am, there's a lot of all the sports of some really good players. And by the time I wanted to play sports, they were playing since they were like 4, especially football. When I started liking tactics and started understanding tactics and realizing Route 1 wasn't the only way to play, thanks TFC, until, of course, Aaron Vinter got there. Once I realized tactics were cool and there was more than just Route 1, everybody was playing since they were 4, and I was 12, and I was like, I'm not going to make it even on the bench. And I'm a very competitive person, but so competitive to the point where if I don't think I'm going to be a starter, I really don't want to do it, Maybe that's a little bit of ego, but yeah, I pretty much wanted to start way too late, and I just knew that, so I didn't. I played pickup games, of course, but I never played on an actual team. because I wanted to start way too late. Thanks, Toronto. If you played total football from day one, maybe I'd be a footballer right now. I don't know. But no, route one, right? Ugh. Ugh. Score prediction. I don't want to give you a score prediction because I either look like an idiot or I underestimate Toronto. I'm not giving you a score prediction. I don't want to. Well, get rid of Insigne, keep Bernadeschi, keep Owusu and Kerr, keep Malula. It's not really a rebuild. It's just getting players to buy in. John Herdman would be great to manage. I want the John Herdman pick. I want them to pick John Herdman. I like that. And then Canada goes to Hervé Renard. So that works for both sides. Insigne needs to go. I don't care. He doesn't care. I don't. Let him out. Bernadeschi's the one that's salvageable. Insigne didn't really care. Just let him go to Saudi at this point. Malula's probably better. You could play Kerr if you need to up there as well. Jaquil and Kobe Franklin should be the mostly on the wing back portion. Maybe get an older one to help build them up. Sadly, we lost Richie Larea. Starting 11 for TFC. Tomas Romero, Raul Petretta, Aime Mabaca, Shane O'Neill, Brandon Servania, Franco Ibarra, Michael Bradley, Jonathan Osorio, Jaquil Marshall-Ruddy, Prince Owusu, and Federico Bernadeschi. What, are you telling me Servania's playing wing back? Terry. Oh, God. Bradley's starting and Servania's playing wing back. And Coelho's on the bench. And Malula's on the bench. Terry. Jonathan Sawa, Gabriel Corbo, Joel Waterman, George Campbell, Matthew Chouanier, Samuel Piet, Nathan Saliba, Aaron Herrera, Bryce Duke, Quadwo Opoku, and Jules Anthony Vilsaint from Montreal. But that's halfway. I hope they win because they should beat Montreal. That's all I'm asking for, but they're not. I hope they do, but hope is not really a good thing to have at this point. Yeah, Javinko's training at Downsview right now. They may sign him. I hope they do. I mean, what else do we have to watch, to be honest? At least let him retire in red. I mean, that'd be a plus about this season. Let him retire in red. He's wanted to for 2 years now. I would have played left wing, center attacking mid if I did play. I would have played left wing or center attacking mid. One of the two. I could probably have played both, but one of the two. 6 minutes to start. 6 minutes to the start. Then again, yeah, I've seen some players who play the center attacking mid could play the wing, like a Seba Javinko. So, yeah, it works for me. Montreal wearing their gray kits. Toronto wearing their home kits. Thank God they're not wearing those carnival kits. It is the CNE, but no, they're not going to wear the carnival kits tonight. Good. 0-0. That's probably our best hope, isn't it? When I say football, I mean football. I mean association football. Especially if I'm streaming association football. I hate the word soccer. I hate it. Well, you want me to say calcio instead? I hate the word soccer. Makes me want to puke. And I'm not even a Euro snob. Oh, no. No, we're not going to win MLS Cup, so no. We're going to have no CONCACAF next year. Thanks, Bill Manning. Thanks, Bob. We won't have CONCACAF next year. So I guess, as long as we're still the first Canadian team to win it. How are we doing, Isaiah? Because he's training there. It's like a trial. It's like what Jack Wilshere did, a year ago? He's a legend of the club. He wants to get back in form. He wants to play for the club. He's training at the club. It's trial, pretty much. Yeah, that's bittersweet because you score to win the World Cup, and then minutes later after you lift the trophy, you find out your father passes away. So the best day of your life turns to the worst day of your life in seconds. And I just hate. I couldn't even imagine that feeling, to be honest. My condolences to Olga of Spain. I couldn't even imagine. I couldn't even imagine the feeling. Being at top of the world to just getting crushed. I couldn't imagine at all. I couldn't imagine it all. Probably both. How we doing, HJU? Thank you. Yeah, we're probably going to lose. Call it a day. Throw in the towel. Throw the damn towel. Probably. Yeah, it's the T-Bird on red hat. I should be better than that. What are you talking about? Call it football. Maybe. How we doing, HJU? Doing good, living life right now. Spain won the 2023 Women's World Cup. I'm happy for them. You love to see it. And we're not one of them. When will TFC be in CCL? I don't know. Hopefully 2025. I'm not switching. And Mississippi State ain't playing until 2 Saturdays from now. And that's international break. So, and even then. So, yeah, it's my phone. It's my phone. I'm using my phone. That's why. Yeah, it's a touch screen. I would hope the next manager wins the Canadian Championship. It's pretty much our only chance now. Kickoff in a couple of minutes. Fall donuts, what? They have like orange frosting, pumpkin spice frosting. I don't know. Me, I'm just a glazed donut guy. I just want the glazed, original sour cream, glazed, whatever they use for their glaze, donuts. That's all I want. That's all I want. If I'm going to get donuts from Krispy Kreme. You watch baseball? Yes. I also do like Timbits, but of course, but I guess chocolate-covered Timbits aren't too bad, but a full-on donut, though, just glazed. Not chocolate, not pink frosted sprinkled. I'm happy for you. It will never come home. Never. I don't care if it's the men's team or the women's team. It will never come home. And I'll keep laughing when it never comes home. Every time. Yeah, if TFC had the power level of America, they would win MLS Cup and win CCL next year, but they don't. So the pink frosted sprinkle donut, I'd try it, but I've never tried it. So I would try it, but I've never even seen one. I don't know how Smosh found it. I've never seen one. I've never, but probably the problem is I've never actually gone to a Krispy Kreme. There's a place in the store that sells Krispy Kreme donuts, and that's where I normally, like, part of the bakery, and that's where I get them from. So I've never went to a Krispy Kreme, or even Dunkin', to be matter. And we're off. Chelsea's finished. Probably 3-1. Yeah, they're probably finished. Terry Dunfield looks stressed. They haven't even played for a month. Lord, have mercy. 24 seconds in. Here we go. 36 seconds in. Sawa plays it to Waterman. Terry Dunfield looks like something ain't all right. Well, I mean, yeah, he's lost every game. My point is I've had Krispy Kreme donuts before. I've just never been to a Krispy Kreme restaurant proper. It's Krispy Kreme box donuts that are sent at a store that come from like a box of 6, like a half dozen or whatever. Montreal hasn't played for a while either, so I'd say it's level playing level. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Felix. I mean, we just suck, though. Hey, who knows? Maybe we'll play like it's Derby and they'll win a match, and that's the last match they win all year. But at least it's the one I want them to win out of the final 10. Passed by IKEA on the way to Krispy Kreme. I would have eaten at IKEA. Oh, yeah, because they do have sort of a restaurant there, yeah. Because of Swedish meatballs. It's more than that, actually. So I've heard. 2 minutes in. So I've heard. Plays forward. Well, Quadwell Poku scored in bigger games than this, so he probably will score. I have a lot of respect for Quadwell Poku. I do. Very good player. Good scoring forward. I'm surprised LAFC got rid of him. That was foolish. Like, who they even really replace him with? Goal for Montreal already. Vilsaint. Lord, don't tell me. Really? 3 minutes in. Shane, what are you? I'm just, how does this happen? 3 minutes in, 0-0. Bernadeschi doesn't get there. Owusu loses the ball but gets back to it. Come on, Owusu. It's a joke. I mean, I'm not surprised if it happened. Toronto sucks. If it happened in 3 minutes, I wouldn't be surprised. If we got scored on in 3 minutes, I wouldn't be surprised. 4th minute. CR7 is better. Servania. I mean, to give TFC some credit, I think they have used this break to gel a little bit. I will give them that. Well, it's not hard to get me when this team is ass. When this team is so ass, they probably actually would concede in 3 minutes. Yeah, it's probably very easy to get me with that. I wouldn't put anything past these guys. Cross in. Romero catches it. I think that's the furthest the goalkeepers came off his line all year for us. I don't think Sean Johnson's ever came off his line like that. That really helps. At least for us. At least for us. Terry Dunfield looks like he's seen a ghost. And it looks like he's stress-eating. It looks like he's gained 20 pounds over the break. I don't even know how that's possible. If you saw that close-up of Terry Dunfield, it looked like he gained 20 pounds over the break. Like he stress-eated the hell out of the break. Exactly. Red Bulls versus DC, a.k.a. the battle of mid. So then what's this? The battle of shit versus surprisingly good. Bernadeschi pushes over Saliba. Well, let's be honest, it has been a month. Like, I don't even think, I guess you can. If you eat like Michael Phelps and don't exercise, I guess you could gain 20 pounds in a month. Guess you could. Acosta's going to make his debut for the Timbers. Saw a picture on his story. It's still weird he's wearing the number 80. That just feels weird for a first-team player that isn't a rookie wearing the number 80, or in the preseason, I should say. Cervania. Bernadeschi. Owusu. Bernadeschi. Actually, you know what? They don't look half bad. You know what? I hate to say it, or because it's going to jinx them, but Toronto doesn't look half bad right now. They actually look like they've sort of made progress. Maybe it's because it's been a while, but it looks like they've actually made progress. And there's a long ball, but it gets to Romero before it gets to Duke. Offside. Free kick for TFC. Actually, you know what? I don't hate what I'm watching so far. Don't worry, we have enough time to change that, but I don't hate what I'm watching so far. I'm actually relatively, I don't know what the word is, pleased. Relatively pleased. You know what the sad part is? That may make us better. The sad part is that might actually make us better at striker. The sad part is Funes Mori might actually make us way better. Hmm. 66% possession for TFC. Bernadeschi cross in. Can't get it to Owusu, but a good cross nonetheless. Oh, Acosta's wearing Nagby's number. So they changed? Who was wearing 80 then? No, somebody was just trolling. I was just saying that Funes Mori would actually make us better. Can TFC make the playoffs if they win out? So pretty much no. We're not mathematically eliminated yet, and we won't be for another month, depending on what happens. Anthony is wearing 80. Oh. Yeah, I got confused because their names both start with A. Okay. But very likely no. Like, we're pretty much damn near eliminated in most cases. Just not mathematically eliminated. Now, if we win out, who knows? Bertarame to TFC. Yeah, but after he got a foot injury, a foot fracture, no. Our luck, that ruins his career. If we were to drop a bag on him, our luck, that would basically end his career, and he'd be useless. He'd be useless, which, our luck. I'd rather go with Funes Mori. Or Jordi Cortizo, actually. Actually, Jordi Cortizo, now. And you have 12 matches, so. And we only have 10. So. You have a little bit more wiggle room. We have none. And we don't have no genius who's managing this team that could freaking paper over the cracks so much that they somehow make the playoffs. Yeah. And even if John Herdman got 8 games, if they somehow won these next 2, I still don't think it would be enough. Then you're basically saying, do we think those wins by TFC while Dunfield was finishing off was him or the team? Question being, TFC wins 2-0. No, they won't. If they win, it'll be 1-0. 2-0? I'm not going there yet. We haven't scored a goal in a month. If we do not score tonight, we will have not scored a goal in a month. Granted, half of that time we haven't played. But still. Granted, we haven't played for half of that time, but we still haven't scored a goal in a month. If we don't score tonight. So. Nice play. Oh, come on. Henry Martin, Funes Mori, Quinones, if you had to choose for TFC. Well, of course, Julian Quinones. Julian Quinones for TFC. Why would I choose Tronco Martin or Tronco Funes Mori? Like, if I had to choose, I'd pick Quinones. Now, he'd be hard to pry from a Medica, but you know what? I'd be up for a challenge. 11th minute. How about Prime T-Res Gignac? We can't turn back the clock, so I don't know what we're doing here. I mean, yeah, if you turn back the clock and make him prime again, yeah, of course. But you can't do that. I keep Bernadeschi easy. I've already said it. Bernadeschi is the salvageable one. Insigne needs to go to Saudi. Straight up. I fully believe. Insigne is not bought in. He doesn't care. He got his paycheck. Well, you can get another paycheck in Saudi. Bernadeschi actually cares. He's salvageable. The reason why he's been so bad is because his morale is so low because they lied to him. If you could get the team to play better, if you could get his morale up, he's going to be a great player. He's salvageable. If you get him to stay, you get the team to build up and play better, his morale will go up. He'll play better. He'll be out of his slump. I think Bernadeschi is salvageable. Insigne, on the other hand, he was motivated by the money. Well, how about you go be motivated by the money in Saudi as well? They could probably pay you more than we did. Go to Saudi. Lorenzo. I keep Bernadeschi easy. 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 That's the easy decision. Said it before, like 3 times on this stream. There's your full answer. Bernadeschi, I'd keep him. Malula is honestly, I think Malula is more what this team needs than Lorenzo. I think Malula being at the wing with a guy like Owusu or Kerr, or if they were to get a guy like Yeremy Pino or Harold Preciado, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking with gas. Okay? Now we're cooking with gas. Cassius Malula, I think, honestly, from what I've seen, he has that get-at-him attitude. He's a tough player. He's a fast player. He's what we need on the other side. So, yeah, Malula replaces Insigne. Insigne has been to Saudi, and we keep Bernadeschi. Well, we already got Cassius Malula, so how about we just bin Insigne to Saudi? Matthew Chouanier. Easy. Matthew Chouanier, he could either play wing back, he could play in the midfield, but we need a Richie replacement. I think we play him at wing back, and Chouanier could sort of fill that Richie-sized hole in this team. So, easy. Matthew Chouanier. Easy. Easy. If that doesn't work, we'll call up his brother. We'll see what his brother could do. Bernadeschi has had a better year than Insigne has. And you could say Insigne had family problems. He didn't settle in well. He had a lot of injuries. But when he's healthy, I mean, Jaquil's been better than him. Insigne, like at this point, the excuses are running out. I'm sorry. Bernadeschi has had overall, over the past year, he's had more success, and his success has been more, what's the word? Even, so to speak. It's not completely even, but it's been more even. If you give him a high morale and give him a want to win, he's going to play well. I think his slump is just because the team basically lied to him. And Bradley's an idiot. And Terry pretty much is a useful idiot too. Cross in. Header. Past the post. Bernadeschi sort of works on vibes, but he's a very talented player. Insigne, he's kind of half-washed. He's mostly injured, and he really only cares about the money. I don't care what excuses you want to give him. I understand he had familial problems. He didn't settle in well last year, but he still should, with his quality, still be scoring more, even with those situations. The injuries. When he's healthy, he should have been scoring more. Jaquil looks better than him at the wing. So, okay, sure. So, I want to give Malula the start. If it was me, I would have started Malula over Insigne. Or I would have started him, kept Insigne on the bench. Yeah, this ain't FIFA Ultimate Team, though. This is real life. I think Cassius Malula is pretty much Insigne's replacement anyway. So, I'm fine with that being the case. And then Owusu's more of an actual striker. To me, at least for now, DeAndre Kerr is a super sub who is more of a fast runner who could run at tired legs for the last 20 minutes and maybe make something out of it. Montreal goal, not surprised. Vilsaint! Off the post. Shot. Goal. Goal. Matthew Chouanier. I'm not surprised. Goal for Montreal. It's 1-0. Matthew Chouanier puts away the rebound. See, I told you about Montreal. I told you about Matthew Chouanier. It's 18th minute, Matthew Chouanier puts back the rebound. 1-0 Montreal. I'm not surprised. Like, Tomas Romero, he could have easily picked that up. I don't know what he was doing. Vilsaint with a good strike to put it off the post. But Romero could have easily caught that. Of course. That's on Romero. I mean, oh, Lord. It's already been a nightmare. Hey, if we're going to lose, I'd rather it be 5. I'd rather it be 5. I don't want it to be that. So, Ibarra. Oh, shot saved by Romero. Lord have mercy. Or if Manning has the balls, or if Manning hires somebody who has the balls to basically tell them, sit down, you want to save your job, let me cook. Either way, you're right. Or if Manning somehow hires somebody who has the balls to tell him, hey, let me and Jason cook. If you want to save your job, sit your ass down and deal with the Argos. You want to save your job, sit down, let me cook. Let Jason cook. Sit down and shut up. You have no idea. You have no idea. Deal with the Argos. You want to save your job, I'd suggest you do that. I suggest you'd shut up and let the football people deal with the association football, and you go deal with the Argos. Saved by Romero. Oh, well, I guess I'm not getting one then. It's Toronto FC. We haven't scored in a month. What do you think? I think it's fair if you say a comeback draw. Comeback win? I agree. I'm just saying, if he wants, but he also wants to save his job. But like Manning also seems like the type of guy like he wants to save his job and then he'll take the credit. Yeah, let's make it easier for me. Come on now. It still won't happen, but let's just say it could. Oh, I agree with that. Schwanier should be in the Premier League. He should be in the Premier League or Serie A, if we're being honest. I think you do it now. Preferably, I could totally see him doing that. Like him pulling a didn't Lou Lamoriello pull that before? Didn't Lou Lamoriello fire a dude and then be the head coach of a hockey team? Didn't he do that before with like the Devils or something? Yeah, he could pull a Lou Lamoriello. We were winning the wooden spoon anyway. Miami was not going to lose out either. Miami, we're possibly going to bring in Luka Gavron. You know what? Why not? Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. I don't know what happened, but okay. Can we give Luka Gavron a chance? No? All right. Oh, by the way, he's officially signed with TFC, so he's the backup. Hey, at least Terry knows Ranjit Singh is an absolute Malong. 10-1 this season while allowing the first goal. Hey, at least we have a draw. Vilsaint. Ay. Myself, I'm doing fine. TFC is pissing me off. Myself, I'm doing just fine. TFC is pissing me off, though. As per, how we doing, soccer guy? 23rd minute. Yep. Was the CCL final? TFC lost the last time they were any good. No, they were good in 2020. There was a couple of years where they were still good after that. Yeah, but Ligue 1 is sort of, I get that Ligue 1 is more marketable, especially for a Quebecois going to France, but that's not, I don't think that's good enough for him. I think you go to Serie A easily, whether it's Bologna or a Fiorentina. I think you could easily play in Serie A. I mean, if Tim Weah's playing there and playing wing back for Allegri, Jesus. I respect Matthew Schwanier. Hell, I respect both Schwaniers. I respect David and Matthew. Vilsaint, shot, save, and goal. Goal. Quadwall Poku taps it in. 2-0. 2-0 Montreal. Vilsaint is ripping us apart. Quadwall Poku. Yeah, it's over. Vilsaint is ripping us apart. Like, he's the man of the match. 2 basic assists, pretty much. 2 assists, basically. 2 assists. 2 assists. Man of the match. Lord have mercy. We were already dead. Now we're just getting read our last rights. 25th minute. I hope this gets Bill fired. Lord. Yeah, probably. Yeah, we don't have the power level of America, though. We have the power level of a flaming turd. TFC has the power level of a flaming turd on somebody's porch, on somebody's stoop. We have a power level of a flaming turd on somebody's stoop. That's all. Oh, yeah, he will. The only reason Messi will win the Golden Boot this year with 12 games played, you know why most of it is? Toronto FC. He plays Toronto FC. Hell, Robert Taylor will probably score a hat trick on us. Jesus Lord, I am not ready to watch that match. Now this reminds me of Orlando. Or both. Own goal. Jeffrey Dahmer is in the stadium. Mabaka own goal. Own goal by Mabaka. Well, that's half the reason we're... Nah, I'm going. I'm going until this is over. I hope Bill gets shot into the sun. You remember that episode of South Park where Wendy got the sub teacher shot into the sun? Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I don't know, but we're probably gonna break that record. Yeah, Mabaka did tap it in, but I'll give Opoku and Vilsaint their due. And I don't even know who the number 1 pick is this year for the Super Draft. Oh, yeah, you definitely are going to win that. Don't worry. You know what? I'll take that deal, too. That is going to happen. I'll take that deal. At least give me a good... I need to be paid for my torture. I need to be paid for the torture I put myself through. Yeah, that's a good deal. If I was Herdman, my question to TFC would be, why should I go from one mess to another? And the answer better be a buttload of cash. Exactly. Well, they could also say we're more stable. At least we won't declare bankruptcy in the foreseeable future. At least we won't declare bankruptcy. You will get paid. You will surely get paid. We won't declare bankruptcy. We're stable, at least on the MLSE side of things. Forget about Tannenbaum trying to sell his share and the board of directors problems. You'll still get paid, though. Jeffrey Dahmer. Clarice. What's... No, that is incidental. No, that is incidental. Not Dahmer. With fava beans and a nice Chianti. No, that is incidental. Oh, this is glitching out now. Better than nothing, I guess. Yeah, at least apple turnovers are delicious. Somebody made me some Pillsbury apple turnovers. They'd still have more turnovers than a freaking box of turnovers. The turnovers would be delicious, though. I haven't had them in a while. 30th minute. You understand. Hell, you've lived through it because they did get screwed every week until Paunovic came in. We couldn't even beat any USL teams, let alone a League One Ontario team. We're a 5-alarm fire, and somehow the building hasn't collapsed. The building hasn't collapsed. We're a 5-alarm fire, and the building somehow hasn't collapsed. I don't know. I just hope that all this, I know it doesn't really have any connection besides I'm a fan of both teams, but I just hope that this TFC being shit year means Mississippi State actually is going to go undefeated, because I cannot I hope. Hey, at least Messi's the GOAT. He should. True. It's Vilsane's first start in Montreal. And of course he's burning us. This kid has his first start, and he basically has 2 assists. He's burning us. Of course. Of course it is. Oh, my God. Of course we do. We let somebody have the debut of their life. That's just normal, isn't it? Piet. Let's let him have a goal, too. Why not? Let's let him score a goal. Why not? Yeah, you know, I don't blame Richie for going to the Whitecaps at all. I'd rather be... I don't blame him at all. Toronto basically jerked him around, and we suck anyway. He's like, yeah, the Whitecaps want me, and they'll pay me DP money next year. Yeah, I'm gone. I don't blame him. I'm not mad at him at all. I still love Richie. He made the right decision. That's why I put Richie on my Canada kit. It won't be the right printing, though, because badges. So I guess the World Cup badges came with a Canada printing. So they couldn't use the Canada printing on the black jersey, so it's just like regular white lettering. But doesn't matter. I wanted a Larea jersey. I'm getting one. And, you know, I think one of my friends actually has a Canada Jonathan David jersey that's just regular old lettering. So I could just say, yeah, Canada doesn't really sell their lettering without badges, and they're cheap as hell. So that's why it's just regular old white lettering. Are you really surprised? I don't know. But the Polar Express is actually fun. This is not. Not yet. I don't know what they are yet. Yeah, we couldn't even beat Mazatlan or Juarez. So I don't know why I'm going after Austin. We couldn't even beat Violette either. Yeah, we're about to get beat 5-0, aren't we? Can Messi win a CONCACAF Champions Cup, though? Oh, yeah, he will. I think they will. They're going to get so much better by February of next year. Yes. Yes. Well, it's technically the Europa CONCACAF, so. Hey, Quadwell Poku's an amazing striker. As I said, I think he's an amazing player. I think he's an amazing footballer. He's a strong player. He's a great striker, knows his positioning. Vilsaint is down. You know, Quadwell Poku's a wonderful player. I have respect for him. I've always thought he's a great striker. He should have stayed with LAFC, but hey. He can win a CONCACAF Champions League trophy. Cruz Azul 2-1. Good for them. I guess that's what happens when you get rid of Tuca Ferretti. Do I want to rant or not is the question. Like, seriously. Oh, yeah. Call him TFC the plug now. Hernan 22. Terry 22. Robert Taylor better than Senior. I agree. Diego Luna's better than Lorenzo. I agree. He's not even starting, so I don't know what we're... Would you like Antuna TFC? We got Cassius Malula, so no. No. I think Cassius Malula will be a great Insigne replacement. I don't want Antuna, no. We're just dealing with a horrible striker Insigne anyway, so yeah, no. Antuna would be the same. I'll keep Malula. I'm not surprised. I'm sure they'll play some games in Mexico next year. I don't think it'll be 2 legs, but who knows? Unless they just play it throughout the year. I don't know if it could be 2 legs. I'm glad we helped. Not really, but, you know, I'll save the pleasantries. We're a punching bag. We lose every week. We lose every week. You're nothing special. We lose every week. We lose every week. We lose every week. You're nothing special. We lose every week. Vilsantes offered Chinonso 4. Because they wanted Herdman, but Herdman, it slowed up between Leagues Cup. Like, they were trying to get him before Leagues Cup and then before the Montreal match, and they didn't get him. So, at this point, what's that song? 1, 2, 5, 4. Me count so poor. What comes after 1? What comes after 2? What comes after 3, 4? I can only count to 4. I could only count to 4. I could only count to 4. Probably Bill Manning right now. No. 38th minute. Hopefully Montreal bottles it. They're not going to bottle it. We're shit. Yeah, basically, I just got to laugh at the pain. You know, I got to laugh at the pain at this point. Or I'm going to snap. We've been off for a month. Seems to me like TFC needs a pirate. That's all I'm going to say. Seems to me like TFC needs a pirate. All I'm going to say. At this point, fair. I would love Bobby Smirniotis to be TFC's manager as well. I'm good with Herdman or Smirniotis, who ironically are 2 of the bigger candidates for the job. I love Coach Bobby. I think Herdman's a good coach. I'll take both of them. Can't be worse. It can't get worse, can it? So, yeah. I'm good with Bobby. I'd rather it be us than... Well, since Cristiano's never coming to CONCACAF, Messi. Are you trying to say it like the Catalans or Pat McAfee says it? Because Pat McAfee tries to say it the Messi way. I think he's trying to say it like a Catalonian would say it, but you don't say it like that because he's... Argentinian. What is Montreal doing right that TFC ain't? Turns out Montreal owner and GM aren't as stupid as Bill Manning. That's a good starting point. Hernan Losada is actually a good manager. Even though he might be a fat shamer, he's a good manager. That's another good starting point. 41st minute. Bryce Duke pops it off the bar. Yeah, we're probably going to get Carl Robinson, though. It's like, oh, yeah. We got Herdman and Bobby Smirniotis as candidates, and those are our favorite candidates, but Carl Robinson's also a candidate. You might remember him from back in the day when he played for us. We're going to get a former player if this doesn't work out, and he wasn't even a good manager at the Whitecaps. Ugh. Carl Robinson, I mean, he wasn't a bad player for TFC, but he's a horrible manager. Yeah, I'd rather have D-Row. If we're going to go former player, I mean, D-Row's already coaching at Downsview, helping with the team. You know, why not just make it D-Row at this point? Or just give Terry the full-time job. Can't be worse than Robbo. What are we doing? I almost got sick to my stomach when I read Robbo was a candidate. The only reason Robbo had a winning season was Alphonso Davies. As soon as he left. Well, I hope it's Mirniotis then. He's on the bench. I say 7. 7-5 this year. They're not going to win the pack. I say 7-5. They'll get a bowl game. 8-5 with a bowl win. That sounds about right for Colorado. They'll win 8 with the bowl. So that's not good. Yes. Montreal actually accept how the MLS work. You have development cycles. You need to swim with it instead of against it. TFC tried to buy a championship in a league designed not allow that to happen. Yeah, but Miami, though. Yeah, but here's my counter. Miami. My counter is Miami. Or is your counter going to be Miami had a better floor? Miami had a better developed bedrock, so to speak. Corner for TFC. Well, I can't believe 44th minute. I guess you could say Miami had a better developed bedrock before Messi and Busquets and Alba. Benjamin Kremashki, of course. Why is this? It doesn't even want me to watch this game, which, you know what? Thank you, Apple TV. I don't know what the hell. Bernadeschi. Cross in. What game do you have after this? Nothing. I'm just reviewing it. Still 2-0 Montreal. That's true. Insigne and Bernadeschi aren't those guys, which you could also say that. But yeah, maybe Miami has a better bedrock than Toronto did when they brought in Insigne and Bernadeschi. But part of that problem is that's true. Bradley only passes backwards. I don't even know why he started. Under 3? No, it's going over 3. Like, there's no way this ends 2-0. Will Toronto FC score a goal this month? No. They're not going to score a goal for the rest of the season. They won't even, and if they do if a ball does go into the back of the opponent's net, it's going to be an own goal. They're not scoring a goal for the rest of the season. I want to rip my hair out. No. 4 minutes of stoppage time. How much do you think it'll take to get Bill Manning fired instantly? How many goals against Montreal? 4, 5? Should I just root for 5? You shouldn't have bet the under. We suck. How many? Toronto FC participating in the necrophilia challenge because the Reds may be dead, but they're still getting They won't even get a penalty. And if they do, it'll get saved. The Reds may be dead, but they're still getting... no. We won't score till, at this point, 2025. Probably 2024, but we won't even luck into a goal. We couldn't even score a penalty. And if the only time we'll probably get a goal in our tally is an own goal, that's not really our goal. If the ball comes, I'm saying if a ball comes off our player's foot, we're not even going to luck into that. I might do Sunday matches. Like somebody was saying, you should do some more Liga MX matches during Leagues Cup. I'm like, maybe I'll do some Sunday matches for the rest of the season. Some Sunday night football or Domingo Futbolero, so to speak. You know, maybe. I'm thinking about it starting next week. I'm not completely sure. I'm thinking about it. Red Dead, no redemption. Exactly. We're certainly a generous host, allowing the guests to always win at home. I do remember them saying they're still learning results don't matter. Hey, there's one thing TFC wins at, Southern hospitality. But one, we're not in the South. Second of all, football's not about hospitality. And I'm from the South. I believe in Southern hospitality, but not in football. TFC's house should be a fortress, not a chill spot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's one thing we win at that we shouldn't win at. And yes, results matter. He'll stay for longer. Ha! Well, tied for first. In alphabetical order, we're still bottom of the table. Yeah. Thank you for... It just hurts. I know. Sad part is I know the answers. I just can't answer the questions in the proper manner. That's what hurts the most. I know the answers to the questions. I just can't answer the questions. That's what hurts the most. I don't think I'm going to forget this one. That's the problem. I want to forget it. I won't forget it. And it's halftime, 2-0. Chouanière and Mabaka own goal. 2-0 Montreal. Yeah, at least we're still going to be around in 3 years. At least TFC is going to still be around in 3 years, no matter how bad they are, because they won't go bankrupt. I agree. If I didn't have such a problem with people throwing trash, I'd say they should be throwing trash too. But throwing trash is immoral. So don't. But if it wasn't immoral, I'd agree with that too. But it's immoral. So don't throw trash. But we'd still lose to San Marino. We'd make San Marino look like freaking England. Or Spain. Prime Spain. There we go. Exactly. Because Bill Manning, here's the problem, is he still has the Argos. You know, my opinion is he could keep the Argos job, take him out of TFC. He could keep the Argos job because they're actually winning. And I do care because I like the Argos. I know no Argos at BMO. I get it. I like the Argos. I liked them when they were at the Sky Dome. They shouldn't be playing at BMO, but I like the Argos. Even with them having an Ole Miss quarterback as their starter. Yeah, that doesn't feel good. They won a Grey Cup with an Ole Miss quarterback, and now he's their starter. Yeah, that don't feel good. But that don't feel good. But hey, let him deal with the Argos. He doesn't have to get completely fired. Just say take the Toronto FC out of his title. Just make him president of the Argos. And then I don't know what they would do, to be honest. When it comes to the association football side of things, he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. But he's so egotistical that he's going to do enough to try to save his job. Yeah, no. He won't. Like, the best that could happen for him is they let him stay with the Argos. That's that. So, did they change the Ferris wheel? I'm not sure. I'd rather be on the freaking CNE rides and eating funnel cake instead of watching this. Funnel cake is good. I want some funnel cake. Yeah, I want some funnel cake. I wish I had one of those pots. Those, like, portable pots. Somebody made funnel cake in those. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's going to go over 4. I miss Greg Vanny. Should have never wanted to run him out. I just wanted Maurizio Sarri. Turns out, you don't know what you got till it's gone. 1, you can't always get what you want. Second of all, you don't know what you got till it's gone. And he was the only thing keeping us from being shit, Greg Vanny. He was papering over the cracks like a mofo. Maybe he saw it. That's why he walked out. He definitely went to a worse team. Well, I wouldn't say a worse team, but a worse situation or just as bad. So, I don't know. Messi tied for the most team trophies. He's tied, I think. The next trophy will be himself. So if he wins the Open Cup, no, I'm not doing that for money. No. I'm not saying that. No. Even for $1 million. No. 10 minutes to the next half. We'll take a short break, talk about the stats, get this one going. How's Montreal good when their best striker is 4 goals and he's only 1 ahead of our guys? What? Yeah, if I wasn't a real fan, I would have been jumped off 2 years ago. So, the fact that I'm putting myself through this shit, I don't think you can question me. And the fact that I haven't just completely jumped to St. Louis this year either. As I said, I'll buy any MLS jersey besides Montreal's. I will never wear Montreal's kit. I'll never buy their kit. The only way I'd have one is if somebody trolled me and sent it as fan mail. I wouldn't burn it because that would just be mean to that person's money. I would still not wear it, but it would be sitting in my closet collecting dust. Because, well, again, I'm not going to burn something because somebody trolled me with it. I don't know. But we'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, and we'll move on to the second half. Would you wear a Millwall jersey? They're not a rival, so yeah, I would. I don't see why not. Why wouldn't? If I had one in my collection, I have no problem with it. Like Montreal and Spurs. No. Can't do it. I didn't do it in 2015. I'm not doing it now. No. Would you wear an Expos shirt? Yes. I would wear an Expos jersey or shirt. I do like the Expos. That'd be the closest. I would wear an Expos jersey, yes. Or shirt and hat. I do like the Expos. And I wish they were back. So I'll give you that one. If they don't play Miami, maybe they have a chance. What about a Habs jersey? I did like their reverse retro, the powder blue reverse retro this year. I liked that. So I don't hate the Habs. I'm like Dangle. I'll admit I don't hate the Habs at all. It's really just CF Montreal that I hate. Like, the Habs aren't a rivalry to me. The Expos, I wish they'd have baseball back. The Alouettes, you know what it is, I really only hate CF Montreal. I don't think the Habs is a rivalry. I don't think it is. I'm not old enough to think of it as a rivalry. I don't. Yeah, I know we blew a 3-1 lead. I get that, but still, it's not a rivalry to me. It's not. I'm not 50 years old to think Habs Leafs is a rivalry. To me, the Sens are more of a rivalry. Now that I may do, but we got to take a short break. Sit back. We'll be back. Back for the half. He does still believe the Timbers will make the playoffs. Stats of the half. 56% possession of 44% possession. 2 shots to 8. 227 accurate passes, 85% to 181, 86%. 8 fouls to 8. 0 offside to 1. 2 corners to 1. 2 shots to 8. 0 shots on goal to 3. 267 passes to 210. 85% pass accuracy to 86. 17 throws to 5. 1 yellow to 0. No red cards on either side. 2-0 Montreal. It's been one-way traffic. Even if Toronto's had more possession, it's really just been one-way traffic. It's gotten a little bit better because Vilsaint came off injured. I hate to say it like that, but it's true because Vilsaint was absolutely ripping us apart. He was ripping us apart. He got 2 assists pretty much. I say he's man of the match. So now that he's been off, it's been a little bit more even, but we're still not scoring a goal. We're still not coming back. It's one-way traffic, and they did just enough to beat us, Montreal. So there you go. Let's see if they do any more. Honestly, at this point, I'm rooting for more goals. Because the more goals, the more chance Bill Manning gets fired instantly. So at this point, you know what? I hope Montreal does us a solid. Yeah, might as well do us a solid. Screw it. I guess maybe I could root for them in CONCACAF competitions. Just can't be obvious about it. Then again, is Malula, he's on the bench. TFC for Wooden Spoon. Yeah, we're going to win it. As long as I could get the Wooden Spoon for Thanksgiving or Christmas and make my Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner with it, I'm good. Why? Well, simple. Let's put the taste of losing in the dressing. Let's put taste of losing in the dressing. Why not? I'm out for now. See you. Might as well. I don't even want to rant at this point. Describe Enzo and Caicedo in one word. Today, fraudulent. Yeah, we'll go with fraudulent. Insigne's on the bench, rightfully so. If we're going to play somebody on the wing, I'd rather it be Malula at this point. If we're going to start somebody on the wing that isn't Shaquille, I want it to be Malula. Insigne should stay on the bench, frankly, until we sell him to Saudi. So there's my opinion. Send him to Saudi. Why is Insigne on the bench? Because he came back from injury over the break. And besides, he hasn't played well since he's came here, so I don't blame them for putting him on the bench anyway. Malula's probably the better player at this point, and Shaquille. I would have started Malula, but fair. Second half about to start. Oh, they're bringing on Kobe Franklin. Nice. How about we bring on Alonso Coelho for Michael Bradley? How about you do that too? Nope, we're not. Houston 1, Portland 0. Oh, Coelho is on. Let's go, baby. There's our boy. Alonso Coelho. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You love to see it. Bradley. Off for Coelho. Let's go. I'd build around Alonso Coelho during a rebuild as well. He's just amazing. He should be playing for Spain. I've not been so sure of something in my life. Alonso Coelho should be playing for Spain. He's one of the most bright spots of this team. Oh, look, half of the stands in the North End are empty. I'm not surprised. Bradley for Coelho. Cervania for Franklin. They took off Cervania. Well, that's why you don't play him at the wing or wing back situation. Cross in. Header. Thoughts on Spain winning their first ever Women's World Cup? I'm happy for Spain. I wanted them to win. Over the past couple of days or past week, I wanted them to win. Of course, because Japan got knocked out, Canada got knocked out, all that. I'm happy for Spain. They played good football. They played tough. They played strong. They played the Spain way. They deserve to win the Women's World Cup. They were honestly one of the best teams in the tournament. And in spite of their manager, because they hate their manager. Very talented team. Proud of Spain. Well deserved. Congratulations to them. At this point, the stadium should be empty. TFC plays with no fans. You know what? Honestly, at this point, you're right. The stadium should just be empty. I mean, why? Well, half the stadium emptied too. Half of would that be the east side? The hard cam side is empty. The south end is still full, which troopers. Why can't England win any tournaments? Because they don't. They just never do. Bernadeschi. Well, we're getting a couple of chances. That's the good news. Phil Saint was a beast. Props to Losada, who motivated him by publicly saying he wasn't good enough for MLS. Since then, Vilsaint was impactful each time he plays. Well, you can see how impactful he was. TFC has sort of built back into this game, at least offensively, since Vilsaint got taken out with injury. He may be the reason that Montreal wins, and he only played 38 minutes. Hate to see him go down, but I'm not betting this game. I'm not stupid enough to bet on Toronto. I probably should bet against them, but by the time I bet against them, they actually win. So, no. And I'm not going to tell you to bet against Toronto or bet for them, at least for the rest of the season, because I don't want to hurt you either. So. It's never coming home. We're always a shit show. I don't know what else to tell you. Bet on college football. It hadn't started. That's week 0's next week. I might bet on state. I might. We'll see. Record when trailing at halftime, 5 losses. It's about to be 6. Well, you do a different mid-game if losing? Nope. I'm going to run this till it's over. Is State underdog versus Alabama? Probably in Vegas, because Vegas don't know shit. Not really, though. No. In actuality, no. Probably by the betting line, they are an underdog. But even then, they're probably only a 7-point underdog. They're a touchdown underdog. which is stupid because, of course, Vegas is going to basically have Bama as a favorite just because of their name. Bama has no quarterback. We have a better defense. We honestly have a better running back. We're playing at home. State should beat Bama this year. They're the favorite. I don't care what you say. State's the favorite against Bama this year. They are. Mississippi State is the most underrated team in the nation. They were last year, but they certainly are this year. So, cross in. Hey, I'll take Toronto being the worst team in the world if that means Mississippi State can win a national title in football. I'll take it. I'll take that trade. I didn't know I was taking that trade back in February, but you know what? I'll take that trade. If we get a fairy tale state season because TFC are absolutely shit, I'll take that trade. I'll take it. Hey, there's always a cause and effect somewhere. I did say I will give anything to see Mississippi State win one for Leach, win one in memory of him. Maybe that's the anything I would give. Yeah, he did back in December. Then Zach Arnett took over and won the bowl game, by the way. He's 1-0 with State, which I also basically said they need to win the bowl game too. But I basically said, point blank, I would give anything to see Mississippi State win a national title in memory of Mike Leach. The sports gods know what I love the most, and I think this – I'm not saying it's my fault, but if it is because of that deal, well, can't get mad at me, can you? I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, yeah, Bill Manning's stupid, but, you know. Or we're just unlucky as shit. Like, on paper, TFC should not be this bad, even at the start of the season. On paper, with the roster we have, the fact we're this bad is just mind-boggling. That's the point. Like, it has to be outside interference. It has to be coaching is horrible. It has to be the president's an idiot. It has to be deals with the devil have been made. 53rd minute, pretty much. It has to be one of those three things. Has to be, and maybe a combination. I don't know. Maybe it was a deal with the devil. Maybe it's the fact the president's an idiot. Maybe it's the fact that Bob Bradley, the game's passed him by. Maybe it's a combination. Because on paper, these players, this team should not have been this bad as they are right now. Header away. No, or he shouldn't be. He shouldn't be. But he may. I think his contract runs out this offseason, so hopefully he becomes a coach if he wants to stay around the club. But the fact they let him start doesn't give me hope that they're going to cut him loose as a player or tell him to retire. If they let him start as soon as he came back from injury, Coelho. The fans aren't trash, no. 54th minute. Cross in, header. Bernadeschi. TFC should be competitive, like try to make it hard for the big teams to win, not be the punching bag that everyone's punching on. Build Michael a statue first. Yeah, I don't know. He sort of is the reason we're in the hole we are now. Like, Bob came because Michael said, I want you to come to the team. After all that, I'm not so sure. Like, yeah, he's won us the most trophies any captain's won us. Yes. He sort of changed the culture. He did change the culture when he came in, but he also changed the culture when he brought his father in. I don't know. When was our last win? When we played DC United back in June? It was late May, early June. I think it was, it was June. We played DC United in June, right? It's in the book. It was before the Gold Cup. It was before Cincy. We won week 15 against DC United 10 match weeks ago, which is longer than 10 weeks. 10 matches ago was the last time we won, which is pretty crazy if you think about it. Jan Gregus scores 1-0 for Minnesota. Hey, at least we're only 7 points back of City. How do you think Saudi Arabia will do against Costa Rica? I think it'll be a tight game. I think it'll be a very close game. I may have to watch that one. We'll see. I still got to build up my first half of September schedule, the international break schedule. I know I'm doing Mississippi State versus Southeast Louisiana, Mississippi State versus Arizona, the 2 Saturdays of the international break. So we're going to have fun with that. But I know we're doing that, so no association football on those days. Apple TV. So if anybody wants to enjoy Mississippi State's fairy tale season with me, I'll be live for most of the games. There's a good amount of the games I'll be live for. And then LSU's played at 11. Week 3 is played at 11 on the Saturday TFC comes back. So I'll be live for both those games as well. So, it's on TSN. Oh, well, I don't even really keep up attention with that. And it's on free on Apple TV, so that's good news. Today, this game's free because which one do you hate more? Montreal, Vancouver? Montreal. Vancouver, to me, is the redheaded stepchild of Canadian soccer. We will not let anybody outside of Canada make fun of the Whitecaps, but I can make fun of the Whitecaps, you know? It's kind of like, again, the Mississippi schools. You have Mississippi State and Ole Miss, which is the big rivalry. Then you have Southern Miss just sitting there in Hattiesburg being the redheaded stepchild. Vancouver is Southern. Honestly, if they're not playing my team, I like Southern. I like Vancouver. And I have more reason to like them now. They have Richie Larea. If they're not playing us, I may root for them, to be honest. Depending on the situation. I have no problem with that. I'll make fun of them, though. I won't let any fans outside the Canadian circle make fun of them, but I'll make fun of them, though. So, pretty much it's the same situation. That's why I was able to compare State and TFC and Ole Miss and Montreal. Because it's very similar. In my book. So, but of course, I'm going to look for those connections, of course, knowing me. And then, of course, you have Vancouver playing the Southern role of the redheaded stepchild. But I have no problem with either team. None. Hell, I may root for them at times if they're not playing my team. Is Old Piss in Jackson? No, they're in Oxford. Jackson State. The HBCU is in Jackson. Ole Miss is in Oxford. Mississippi. And Bernadeschi goes down. That's not a free kick? Huh, fools. Well, I might as well because the winners of Copa Libertadores and Copa Sudamericana will play Miami and León in Copa Interamericana next year, so I might as well do both. Is Oxford a nice town? I've heard it's a nice city. It's a nice little college town. I've heard. I've never been there. Insigne is coming on for Jaquil Marshall-Ruddy. Terry! No Malula. And we're putting on CJ Sapong. Jesus Lord. We have Prince Owusu, DeAndre Kerr, and Cassius Malula, and you're putting on Insigne and Sapong? What the hell? And let me guess, Owusu's getting taken off for, of course. Of course. What? Terry! You fool! The two most unmotivated players. You want any chance to come back, you put on DeAndre to go at tired legs, which I don't know how tired their legs are, and Malula. But no, Insigne and Sapong. There's a reason you haven't got a win, Terry. Not even a draw. Dear Lord, your subs are... Servania loses the ball. And I guess that's why Terry was stress eating. Jesus. Let me guess. They're going to take out Bernadeschi from Malula when they make that sub, right? Let me guess. The one who's actually useful, they're going to bring out in about 15 minutes, right? Thought so. Huh? That actually hurt. Oof. Ibrahimovic. 62nd minute, 2-0. Insigne! Lorenzo! Plays it in. Shot. Insigne! Insigne! Corner. Balotelli or Drogba? Drogba. I was hoping maybe Insigne. You got me hoping. Don't do that to me. Corner. 63rd minute. Bernadeschi to take the corner. Balotelli. Bernadeschi to take. High corner. That's out for a throw. TFC. I wish I could go back, yes. Hell, even 2018. But you can't. I wish there was a way to know you were in the good old days when you haven't left the good old days yet. But there's not. 64th minute. Mabaka's down. Do you hate Ole Miss? Yes. Long ball to Insigne. He keeps it in. And he keeps possession as well. Plays forward. And Kobe Franklin plays it straight to the defender. 65th minute. Osorio has the ball. Insigne. Is Ole Miss and Mississippi State a big rivalry? Yes. Probably one of the two biggest rivalries in college football. Sapong. Hey, well, he actually made a good pass. I can't believe it. Insigne. Plays forward. Petretta. Insigne. 1-1 NYCFC. Good for y'all. 65th minute. It's 2-0 Montreal. Of course, Toronto's losing. Insigne and Bernadeschi just lets it overrun him. Oh, my God. What is there to say that hasn't been said before? I don't even know what to say for the review. Yeah, Toronto-Montreal is the best rivalry in MLS. Insigne. Why are you giving me hope? Insigne. Bernadeschi. Golazo. Goal de Toronto. Goal de Bernadeschi. Their first goal in a month. Hey, at least we have a plus. Federico Bernadeschi. Golazo. Told you he was a salvageable one. Fedi, baby. Federico Bernadeschi. Please tell me they use this to build on. Beautiful shot outside the box, curler. Love it. 1-2. I'll take it. It's a pretty damn good goal for the first goal in a month. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Well, 67th minute. They're going to give me hope, which is the bad part. Hell, I'll take a point at this point. Wouldn't it be funny if they somehow just come back? If they just somehow come back. I'm not saying they will, but the goals, the scores. Like, who scored the goal? For the review. It stayed in, yes. It's 2-1 Montreal. But, hey, at least we scored. Hey, that felt good. At least I got to see TFC score a goal for the first time in a month. Feels good. Feels good. They're still going to lose, but it feels good. At best, they'll draw, but I don't think that'll happen. It'd be crazy if they somehow just came back and won. It'd be legitimately hilarious. I'll accept a draw at this point. 68th minute. Are Italians badass? Yes. 68th minute. Long ball. Beautiful. Bernadeschi. Sapong. Insigne puts it over the bar. Don't lose the fact it should still be manning out. Oh, no, I agree. It should still be manning out. I'm 100% agree that it should still be manning out. Because he won't hire somebody to tell him to sit the hell down either. So, yeah, manning out still. 100%. I don't care if we win this. Still should be manning out. Trust me, I'm not changing my mind. Just because we scored a goal. Or if we somehow draw or win. 70th minute. Manning should still be shot into the sun. I feel like Toronto might build up to at least a draw here. Just I feel like, I know it's hope, but I think it's someone waving a flag with Roman eagle symbol on it. Is it a link with TFC? I don't think it has a link with TFC. I think they're doing it just because, but I don't think there's a link there. I may be wrong, but I think it's just somebody doing it just because. I mean, we do have the hawk, but that's not an eagle. It's a falcon. So, still better to 3.5. No, there'll be another goal. Throw in for Montreal. 70th minute. I hope that other goal's for Toronto, but cross in. '71st minute. $3-2 pays good money. I'm sure it does. For you, not me. Coelho. He lets Oso run it. Insigne. Servania. Franklin. Ooh. Coelho. Insigne. Petretta. Loses the ball. Bernadeschi to Opoku, but gets to Servania. Kobe Franklin. Coelho. He's like the third most paid player in the league, at least before Messi came in. Bernadeschi loses the ball. Oversteps it. Header forward. Can we put Malula on just as like a last ditch? Foul. '72nd minute. I would probably guess he was, but I would venture yes. 73rd minute. We actually scored a goal. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. We may still lose, but at least we scored a goal. I can't believe it. It was a golazo, too. I mean, that was a way to break a streak. Bad investment. The fact I want him to go to Saudi, I think that gives you your answer. We could get our money back, too. Hell, even if they give $30 million, we get our money back. Just imagine how much that could be changed into GAM. Jeez. '74th minute. Bryce Duke's getting subbed off for Lassi Lapalainen. Three substitutes remaining for Montreal, one for Toronto. It's 2-1. 1-2. Cross in. Opoku, nice defensive play. Petretta plays it to Oso. Oso. Back to Petretta. Petretta long up the pitch. Nice. Second ball. Yes, Insigne gets to run onto it. Beautiful. Sapong actually did something good. Interesting. Cross in. Bernadeschi. Beat Schwanya. Oso plays it back. Cross in. Insigne. Ball's in the box. Chips back. Petretta can't get there. That was a waste of a chance. Bernadeschi. Insigne. Bernadeschi playing a 1-2. Is it hot there? Well, I mean, in the summer, yeah, it's probably, yeah, I would guess so. What's the best World Cup match you've ever seen? France-Argentina. 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 Easy answer, but still, I knew Montreal and Minnesota going to win. Well, one's drawing and one's trying to hold the win. Should have put 100. Is Canada shitty at the World Cup? No, they played better than I thought. Or, well, they played pretty well. The results just didn't come. Let's put it like that. 76 minute. 2-1. Nice play. O'Neal, Coelho, Oso, and ball's lost. Opoku runs past Mabica. That's not good news. Not good news. Shot. Right to Romero. That'll be a goal kick. Red card. Red card. What? What? Penalty for Montreal. Are you out of your mind? What the hell happened? What? I didn't even see it. Explain to me how. Petretta brings him down. What? What? That is the softest. And that was a red too, wasn't it? Bullshit. Oh, come on. Nah. No. Petretta gets a red. Nah, that. He may have put a hand on him. That's not a freaking. All right. Red card, Petretta. Yeah, the game's over. Toronto's playing with 10. Schwanier to take the penalty. You already scored the 18th minute. Prevented a scoring chance for Montreal, which is auto red. That's fair, but even then, I don't think it was a push. Goal for Montreal. Now it's not rigged. We're just crap. Like, putting your hands... I think he went down because he felt the hand. I don't think it was a push, but I guess so. And Schwanier scores the penalty. 3-2. There goes the hope. At least we scored. 79th minute. 1-3. I think we scored. Why no VAR? I don't know. It doesn't matter. I mean, we weren't going to score a second goal anyway. So Petretta's out next week, and we're down a man. Let's see if Jesus wants to pay for that. I don't know. 3-1. We did get 3 goals scored on us. So, goal. Goal for Montreal, yes. 3-1. And we're down a man, so it's going to get worse. We just got a triple done on us by Montreal. We've lost every game to Montreal this year. Lord have mercy. And Bradley should have been fired that day the first time it happened. He said he would super chat me if TFC lost 3-0 or more, which he said he would just pay me anyway. So, I don't know. Yeezus is a man of his word, though. Whatever he chooses to do, he'll at least do by the next stream. So I'm not worried about that. Unless he comes back. But I'm not worried about that. I have no reason to be worried about what Yeezus says. Or feel like he's pulling my leg at all. So, is every game rigged? No, I don't think so. Why? Well, at least TFC's playing forward down a man. Sack every player on this team's wages. Exactly. Make them frickin' give their weekly wages to charity after this. How about that? I think that's fair. I think that's a good idea. Make every player on this team pay their wages to charity this week. Or for the rest of the season, frankly. Or until they win. Either way. Player down. Servania, I think, is down. 3-1 Montreal. Keep Bernadeschi. I think he's talking about the wages, not getting rid of people. But, yeah, keep Bernadeschi if that's the case. But I think every player should have to pay their wages to charity for at least this week. I hate this team so much. Yeah, this is torture. Yeah, I agree. We have more red cards and wins this year. That certainly tells a lot. Yep. And people are walking out of the stadium. See, if you only can buy one player per season and then one time in the off season and the player still has their budget charge count in the regular season if you buy them out, so you can't sack players pretty much. 82nd minute. I would say Vilsant could easily go to Europe after another season. Saliba could go. Chouinier's not a young player. Corbo, get Insigne out of here. I agree. I said he should go to Saudi and have Malula play. Exactly. This team is just painful to watch. I hate this. And we're bringing on Victor Vasquez. Our last sub is Victor Vasquez. Hey, at least that's a standing ovation. Welcome back, Victor Vasquez. I don't know why they do this to us. They know we're loyal. They know we're the most loyal fan base that this world has ever probably created. And they know they could play with that. They know that push comes to shove, they could just make us just break our hearts. Hey, at least Terry was happy about the goal. Yeah, Victor does deserve the respect, but to play though, like, okay. I mean, hell, we're down. I guess they're trying to win, but who on TFC could go to Europe? Alonso Coelho. I'd say Mabica, but Alonso and Mabica, that's about it. Does Javinko have anything to contribute if he rejoins TFC? I mean, it can't be bad. It can't be bad. I mean, it can't be worse. He's there to retire in red. But it can't be worse. How we doing, Daniela? How we doing? It's 3-1 Montreal. I'm torturing myself once again. How you doing? All that Malula hype just for him to sit out the entire game. What the F is this? Terry Dunfield don't know shit. Like, if it was me, I'd be like, hey, Insigne, we're sending your ass to Saudi. Get the fuck out of here, you useless crap. We're playing Malula instead. Get your ass to Saudi. Bernadeschi's salvageable. Insigne, though, get him out. I'm done. Give me my Lula as the starter. I like Dunfield, but come on, man. He's a patsy. He's a patsy. He's a patsy. Bill Manning needs to be shot into the sun. 85th minute. Of course it is. Hey, at least we expected it. Hey, at least I got to watch the Leagues Cup final last night. That was fun. I knew this would be torture. I said it in the last review. I said, yeah, I'm torturing myself again. Welcome back. Insigne to Mazatlan FC. How much will you pay us? How much will you pay us, you plastic-ass club? How much will you pay us? Is it what Saudi will pay us? If that's the case, sure. We'll never see you in Champions League anyway. Sure. If not, we're going to ask Saudi. Good thing you had that post-concert crash. Like in the energy way, of course. I don't know what you termed it. I don't remember what you termed it, but the post-concert crash. Good thing you did. It saved you from going to this shit. The post-concert energy crash. Saved you from going to this shit. Lord have mercy. I feel so bad for Obara. Yeah. Man, that's hell. That's hell. 3 a.m. and then open work. Yeah, I understand why. That's hell. We have 10 men. Like they're going to blow the lead. I think you're safe. I think you're safe. This team needs a pirate. They do not. Toronto FC have lost their inner pirate. They don't swing their sword like this. They're swinging their sword like this. Yep. That's what I would say, yeah. Well, MLS had a 30th game. They play 34 games. You mean 36? You mean 35 shots saved. You're swinging your sword like this, not like this. You're supposed to be swinging it like this. You've lost your inner pirate. I just want Insigne out the door, frankly. If it was me, I'd be like, we're either sending you to Saudi, we're sending you to Mazatlan, as long as they would pay you. We want you out the door. We want you out the door. You hadn't done a damn thing. Is Bill Manning related to Peyton? No. Bill doesn't have a John 5 head. He is, and he doesn't look. How do you even fix this? Maybe there's some sort of animal we can make a sacrifice to. Like a giant buffalo or some sort of monster, like something like the body of a walrus with a head of a sea lion. I think here's the problem. I have the answers. That's the sad part. I think I have the answers. As I said, they need a pirate. I think this can be fixed, and I think I have the answers. They need a pirate. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, yeah, you do develop forwards. Except Paul Arriola. So, will you really develop his sorry ass? I want Javinko back. Exactly. At this point, can't be worse, can it? It can't be worse. 3-3 Motagua. They're playing right now? Liga Nacional? Okay. Yeah, at this point. Is Saudi fueled by oil money? Yes. But that means that old money will get Insigne out of our hair. So I'm fine with it. I'll go full Scrooge McDuck. I'll bathe myself in that old money if that means Insigne is out of our hair. I'll go full Scrooge McDuck. You know? DuckTales, baby. Yeah, we suck anyway. What's the point? We suck anyway. What's the point? Don't call it Mafia. We suck. Javinko's better than Insigne. I agree. They thought Insigne would be the new Javinko. 5 minutes of stoppage time. Why are you driving a knife in my back? What are you doing? Why are you driving the knife in my back? You mean 30th team? Yeah, they'll probably get there. Just driving the knife in my back. Oh, my God. Ugh. Just driving the knife in my back. And my eyes, too. Probably some ice picks in my eyes and a knife in my back. That hurts. Boom. Toronto finished 48th in a 48-team tournament, TFC. Toronto FC. Why do we watch this team? Terry Dunfield and Bob Bradley are as idiotic as Joe Moorhead was. They cannot coach their way out of a paper fucking bag. Well, hey, Mississippi State went with a pirate after they took out that Yankee. I got an idea. And turned around pretty well. Might be some rocky start, but you know what? Yeah. Under 3 is rigged, bro. It's 4 goals. He's too nice. The man is too nice. That may be good for U17s. It's not good for pros. They got to know when they're effing up. They got to know. They know. They got to know when they're shit. They got to be told when they're shit. There's got to be a fire lit under their ass. Dunfield can't do that. And he has no bad cop with him either. Like, yeah. Do I want to be nice to my players if I was a coach? Yes. Do I want to be good to them? Yes. Do I want to praise them? Yes. But if I got to be an asshole, so be it. It ain't hard for me to do. I may not be able to go super full DI. I could be an asshole, though. Terry can't. That's the point. He can't. He can't. He's too nice. He's too nice. Terry's a good guy. Terry's a good guy. Great player. Nice guy. I have no problem with that. It's probably good for U17 players because if he wasn't, the parents probably up his ass with how the world is. You try to be hard on 17 and under players to make them good professionals in this country, in this day and age, they're going to be up your ass. So, he's good for the academy. He ain't good for pros. TFC score. Oh, yay! 3-2. Yay! Yay! Coelho. Osorio, my bad. Bernadeschi! He does it again! Federico Bernadeschi scores 2. I told you he's the salvageable one. 3-2. He would never be angry. He can't be angry. Fetty. Well, we have no false hope, but hey, at least Federico scored 2. That's my guy. He's the salvageable one out of the 2 Italians. Bernadeschi's back. Yeah. If anything, he's back. At least I'll take that. Send Insigne's ass to Saudi. Or Roma. Either way, I don't care. Get Insigne out of here and play Malula. Fetty, though, you're good. Federico scores the second. Another golazo, too. Hey, at least we didn't get our ass kicked. We just, I hope he stays. I think he will. He wouldn't leave after that, right? Still can't believe Malula didn't play at all. Yeah, why buy him if you ain't going to play him? OTFC scored. If we somehow score a third, that'd be hilarious. Throw in. You know what? I'll take 3-2. That's better than I expected. And Bernadeschi scores 2 goals. I told you he was the salvageable one, and it's full time. Montreal wins 3-2. Better than I expected. Would you trade Insigne at $9 million for Chucky Lozano? You know what? At this point, yes. Send his ass back to Napoli. That's where he wants to be. Give me Chucky at $9 million. You're damn right. Chucky may be a Tronco, but at least he doesn't want to be at Napoli. You can see it on Insigne's face. He wishes he was there. He wishes he was over there in Napoli. He wishes he was still there in Naples. He's so mad he left the year they won the Scudetto. He's so mad. How about you send him back and give us Chucky? Chucky may be a Tronco, but at least he's not loyal to Napoli. And we could just play Malula anyway. Or maybe send Lozano to Saudi and say, no, I'll take the $9 million. Lozano could go to frickin' Mazatlan or some shit. We'll pawn him off and it all works. Insigne goes where he wants to be. We get $9 million and we pawn off Lozano. It's genius. It's absolutely genius. When St. Louis play? Are they playing already? Why not? Let's put on St. Louis. Montreal swept TFC. It's genius. It's genius. Genius. Not much. You'll be fine. Let's see what St. Louis does against Austin. St. Louis, at least you could do your job. Wasn't Alexis Sanchez supposed to be linked to Monterrey? Maybe. But they got Sergio Canales instead. Point being, speaking of Monterrey, Toronto should go for Jordi Cortizo. That's a good idea. We need a number 10. And we didn't get Pozuelo because his ass went to the UAE. So you know what? Give me Jordi Cortizo. Yeah. Give me Jordi Cortizo. Amazing. He's like not starting yet at Monterrey. Jordi Cortizo, baby. I don't know if I'll rant because we scored 2 goals. We lost, but we scored 2 goals. Do I rant? I don't know. I don't know. Yes. I'm still doing Central American Cup this week. Tuesday and Thursday. Wednesday's Open Cup. Oh, look. Matt Hedges is starting for Austin. Ha! Oh, wait. Yeah, I was watching that. Why'd I click out of it? Idiot. I'm an idiot. With that being said, if you like this stream, like and share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you within the hour for the review of this match. Montreal wins 3-2. We did better than I expected. That's a plus. That's a plus. I'm Ron and I'm out. Peace. See you later.